Hello, my name is Afshan Malik, and today I'm going to be recording my final reflection on Don't Get So Upset. This book we studied in the book club facilitation, and the name is Don't Get So Upset, written by Tamara Jacobson. This book was written like as a story, and I really enjoyed reading it, and sometimes I got overwhelmed with the assignments, but overall the experience was very much interesting, and I learned so many things from this book. It was mainly it was like the importance of reflection on our own emotions and our past helps us find out things about ourselves and how we react on situations when we have some past traumas in our lives. So the whole book is all about reflecting on our own selves while we are dealing with children and the people around us. So the main findings in the book were like how whatever our past experiences are, our emotional experiences, they affect us when we are dealing with children. And secondly is we as adults, we have power over children, and we if they're vulnerable, we should be like more concerned when it comes to dealing with not only our own children, but especially when we are teachers. We have to be more concerned that our own emotions, something which has bothered us long time ago, is not bothersome at that time, and we are when we are dealing with children, we have power on them, and then we have an ethical responsibility to not abuse that power. Thirdly, when I was a child, my parenting styles were very strict. We had certain times to do things. Our parents, we were not like talking back was the biggest thing. We could never talk back to our parents. Yeah, we got yelled at, sometimes beaten up as well, smacking here and there. It was okay, and but as a parent now, when I have children, and now I see that what it did to me, and I would never want to do that to my children. Like, I don't say that my parents were mean to me, but this is how probably they were raised, and it was okay at that time. But like, I gave an example in my reflection, in one of my chapter reflection, that when I broke so many dishes one day, my mom was very upset, and I got really upset because it was her dinner set from her wedding, so obviously she was very upset, and I felt so bad that, like, it was an accident. I broke the dishes, so, but I never yelled at my children if they broke anything, because I know how it, like, first of all, you're feeling already so bad that you broke something, and yelling at you will make it not any good. So I chose in that way, I chose that I would be doing something different when how I was raised. Then the importance of attachment and temperament. Temperament is different for every children, like, as we know from our child development course, we learned so much about temperament and attachment. That attachment, the way we deal our children, the way we react on some situations will set the attachment style with our children. If you are yelling, screaming, spanking your children all the time, your children will be scared, and that will affect the attachment. And same as temperament, you can't measure all the children with from one measurement, from one view. You can't see that, okay, so this child is doing that, so why don't you do that too? Because not all the children are same, and not all the children will react in the same way. It's us as teachers, caregivers, and parents who have to find out the goodness of it and see how can better manage that temperament. One learning from what I learned from the book is that learning our own weaknesses make us face them, and then if we know the weakness, then we can try overcome the weakness and make it our strength. Secondly, children learn by example. If we are teaching them that if when we are angry or something and when we yell, we throw things, this is how we are teaching them to manage their anger. Or if we are dealing our anger in a calm way, okay, we are staying quiet, we just get out of the situation, sitting down in a quiet place, catch a breath, and come back and then talk to them, then this is how we are teaching them to deal with their anger. As an early child educator, no matter what kind of circumstances we are going through in our lives, when we go to children, we have to be showing our strength, that we are there for them, and instead of showing our weakness to them, we have to be there for them. And lastly, my conclusion is that we are what we choose to be. If we want to learn from our mistakes and learn from our traumas, then we are able to deal with our children and the children in our care in a better way. However, if we decide to replicate the same emotions in our current situation, then it will not make a difference how we felt when we were children, or how we felt when we were treated in a, I should not say bad way, but in a situation like that when we felt awful. So if we are doing the same thing, then we are making other children feel awful because we are not changing anything in ourselves. So this is how I feel it helped me learn about myself, and I hope you like my presentation. And thanks for watching. You guys have a nice day and have a nice break. I hope to see you all in fall semester, and thank you very much.